Okay, so part 2, balance, was particularly around isolation, but I'll show you what I've got. Okay. So I was just muscle testing a few things, and the flower essence hologram that showed up was for the flower essence coral bean, but I'll sort of, I'll pop isolation because it was around that theory of feeling isolated and lonely. So it was loneliness and isolation. So the 2 crystals I'm going to be using are rose quartz. Rose quartz is around heart, it's about love, it's about connection. And I want the zeolite to be on the throat chakra because zeolite helps to pull out negativity. It actually, in the body, it pulls out toxicity and that sort of thing, but I wanted that on the throat chakra because so many, like we've discussed, so many people are feeling angry and hurt and alone, and our egos are absolutely getting involved, and it's really hard just to feel at peace and alive and loved and okay at the moment. So that's my intention for this balance. Okay, so run that central meridian. So I'll alternate between the etheric body as well as my body, depending on how I feel what I need to do. Okay, so adrenal, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, celestial circuit going. Okay, so we can go straight into the tuning fork combo. Okay, so do I need to do it on a meridian? Do I need to do it on a chakra, throat, base? Right, so the throat chakra around feeling like you're able to speak your truth, blowing the base chakra, not feeling safe and secure to speak your truth, and both of that impacting on heart energy, which is about self-love, self-worth, self-esteem. So that's the order, number 1, number 2, number 3. And what level do we need to do? Yeah, so there's 3 levels of this we need to do. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transform my inability to recover from dangerous situations and my dulling of my survival instinct into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively realign and renew my willpower, focus and concentration to be in touch with the inner wisdom that gives me optimism, confidence and my ability to keep myself safe. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my inability to recover from dangerous situations, my dulling of the survival instinct into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively realign and renew my willpower, focus and concentration to be in touch with the inner wisdom that gives me optimism, confidence and the ability to keep myself safe. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my inability to recover from dangerous situations and my dulling of the survival instinct into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively realign and renew my willpower, focus, concentration to be in touch with the inner wisdom that gives me optimism, confidence and the ability to keep myself safe. Okay, so now a hidden deep survival pattern is showing up. Okay, so deep survival is around sensory input, too much sensory input. This is why we need to turn off our devices occasionally. So sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. It's more the sixth sense that's overloaded. So in relation to calming down the sixth sense whilst keeping us safe. In relation to calming down the sixth sense while feeling safe. Amygdala, yep, fear, threat, danger. Releasing the fears, releasing the threats, releasing the dangers, trusting that everything's going to be okay. Okay, anterior cingulate gyrus. Okay, so this little part of the brain, a scat emission freeze, this one's around not feeling perfect under stress all the time. So it's about social survival and how we're coping in social situations under stress. And it just feels like humanity's being given the permission to be many things in the last year that we have not been for a long time. It feels very volatile, it feels very vocal, it feels very okay to be angry with people, it feels very okay to be violent with people. It doesn't feel safe a lot of the time. So we need to calm that energy down. There's a lot of fear out there. Okay, subclossal gyrus. So subclossal gyrus, yeah, so it's rage, anger, frustration. Subclossal gyrus is about that up to 7 generations of how we cope with stress, where we are on that spectrum from depression to anger. And it can go back generations. And of course, anger and fear and depression can be very much linked in with our genetic coding, how we cope with anger, how we cope with trauma. The ego always wants to keep us safe. Okay, reticular activating system. Low serotonin, high vigilance. Okay. Run that central meridian. Feed that conscious brain. Open that mind. Allow the energy in, allow the negativity out. Okay, so this time the reticular activating system is linked in with tension in the body. So we'll stack it in first. And now I want you to tighten, say, your shoulders and your neck. And relax. And now tighten your hip muscles and your lower back and your buttocks. And relax. Now tighten your whole spine. And relax. Now tighten your jaw. And relax. Now for the Moro people, I want you to tighten your feet and your hands together. And relax. Now tighten your legs from the hips down. And relax. Okay, so that activates all the muscles of the body. Okay, Okay, so with that tension in the body, it's activating the noradrenaline and the vigilance again. So the noradrenaline's the assumption of long-term stress, and the vigilance is trying to keep us safe. It's trying to keep a lookout. Okay, there's an essence. Tall yellow top. It's an Australian bush flower essence. I think tall yellow top is about loneliness or something like that. Or maybe it's isolation. Tall yellow top. Alienation, loneliness, and isolation. So it helps to give a sense of belonging, acceptance of yourself and others, and knowing that one is home. And I think in the last year, so many people have drawn a line in the sand. They've realised what they do and don't believe in. And as we've had more and more freedoms removed, a lot of people will either go with the flow and do everything that's asked of them, but other people feel it in their gut that it doesn't feel right. So it's been a really interesting time to sort of see whether people are simply going to allow anything to happen because that's what they're being told, or whether or not people are going, well, does this feel right to you? Has this ever happened before? What could be in behind all of this? But it's, so alienation, loneliness, and isolation. I am now able to express the feelings in my heart. I am now opening my heart and connecting to other people and to Mother Earth. Okay, do we need the drops? Do we need something? Okay, so we need something else. What do we need? Do we need more on the PVSS, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, celestial circuit, a chakra? Okay, heart chakra. Okay. So heart chakra. I am worthy. I am loved. I am lovable. We are worthy. We are loved. We are lovable. We are happy. We are healthy. We are free. Now the drops. Okay, so 6 drops, fairly decent sized dose. Okay, so there is a hippocampal circuit, so it's a 4th hippocampal circuit, which is lack of motivation due to internal negativity. I saw a joke on Facebook this morning, and it was a picture of someone saying a year ago, or maybe it was 2019, and it said, if only I could spend a week at home, I'd get so much cleaning and tidying and stuff done. Then it said 2020. No, that wasn't it. And I thought, yeah, there's a lot of people out there who just, the motivation isn't there. It's like, and I know a lot of people in small business who feel like this. When they're flat out, they never get to work on the business. But when you're not so busy, getting the motivation to work on the business is really challenging. Okay, so we need another set of drops. Wild potato bush. You're right, that one generally is about weight, but you can imagine it's the emotional gear behind weight. So it's the stuff we can't let go of, so therefore our body stores it, you know, energetically. It's, so let's have a look. And we really need to let go of the fear. We need to let go of the all the stuff we've built up over the last year, 18 months, that is no longer serving us. What is serving us, what is not? Yeah, it's feeling weighed down, physically encumbered and frustrated. So the positives are ability to move on in life, freedom and vitality. So the at the beginning it says, life is constantly providing us with new funds, new resources, even when we are reduced to immobility. In life's ledger, there is no such thing as frozen assets. That's by Henry Miller. My body is now full of energy and vitality. My body is now full of energy and vitality. My body is now full of energy and vitality. I am releasing all restrictions on my ability to move forward. I am releasing all restrictions on my ability to move forward. I am releasing all restrictions on my ability to move forward. Seven drops. Okay. So 7 drops is about your lifetime. So it's like, what has happened in your entire lifetime that you're holding on to that is no longer serving you? And we often don't even know that we are thinking things that are no longer serving us until we start writing down our beliefs and writing down the things we're frightened of and think, well, what's this based on? Beautiful. Okay, beautiful people. Let's have another look. Okay, no, there's another thing. So there's integration with your rip and lip, so your left and right integration centers. So that's looking at everything that you've heard and seen in the last year, integrating it with the truth of what you know, what your collective is, and then putting it out there into your memory centers in the correct areas. When we are frightened, when we are emotional, we lay down memories into the stress part of the brain. So even if it's not based on truth, we actually will believe it because that's what we've laid down in that moment of stress. So this helps to realign that so that our nervous system is more likely to be able to access memories without trauma associated with them. So yeah, okay. So those rip and lip, left and right integrative areas holding some old pain and punishment circuits. So releasing any and old pain and punishment circuits. Accessing positive information. Releasing negative information. Okay. I am safe. We are happy, we are healthy, we are well. We are happy, we are healthy, we are well. We are connected. We are human. We are happy and loved and lovable. Nice, feels good. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. See you again soon.